Hello, Congregation Temple Israel, and hello specifically to my fourth graders. Morah Julia here, and as we know, Passover is upon us. So, in the story of Passover, the Jewish people were enslaved in Egypt under King Pharaoh. And Moses, who's the hero in our story, he went to Pharaoh and he demanded that the Jewish people be set free, be given their freedom, and Pharaoh said, no, not going to happen. And he continued to enslave the Jewish people. And this is when God stepped in and sent down 10 plagues upon the Egyptians and Pharaoh. And the second plague is the plague of frogs overrunning the land. And so today we are going to be making origami frogs that actually jump. So the first thing to note about origami is that it can be a little bit challenging, so just make sure that you're being patient with yourself and remember that if you mess up, it's paper and you can just refold it. Also, you can probably see my makeshift tripod from the package of carbonated water and some dictionaries. I had to get creative. The first thing we're going to need to make our origami frog is a piece of origami paper or perfectly square paper. If you don't have origami paper on hand, no worries. You can make a piece of your own from standard rectangular paper by folding the top corner down into a precise triangle and cutting away the excess. Next, we're going to fold our paper to make creases. Creases are lines in the paper that will guide our folding for later on. Start by folding the paper in half, creasing it, then unfolding it. Then fold it in half the other way, but don't unfold this one. Then you're going to fold the paper in half again, vertically, crease it, and then unfold it. Then you're going to take the top corner of your paper and fold it down to make a triangle. Crease it and then unfold it. Then you're going to do the same thing with the other corner. You should be left with creases that make an X in the top half of your paper. Then you're going to flip your paper over, fold that X in half, crease it, unfold it, and flip your paper back over. This next part is a little bit challenging, so I'm going to show you twice. We're going to press in the center of our X, and then we're going to push in on the lines that went through the center of our X and push those little creases towards the midline so we have a triangle. Here, I'll show you again. Now we're going to fold the bottom half of our paper in half towards the triangle that we have at the top of our paper. As you can see, we have two sets of triangles, one on the top and one on the bottom. We're only going to be dealing with the triangle on the bottom. On the bottom half of the paper, we're going to fold the sides inwards toward the midline of the paper under the top triangle. Do this on both sides and we'll have what looks like a little house. Now we're going to fold the bottom half of our house in half towards the big triangle at the top. Now on the bottom half of our shape from the fold we just made, we're going to fold one of the top corners down so that half of the triangle is meeting the midline of the paper, and we're going to do that on both sides. But we're just creasing it, so fold it, crease it, and then unfold it. This next part is a little bit challenging, but we're almost done. We're going to pull up the bottom half a little bit and fold the sides out so we have a boat shape. And as you can see, my folds aren't perfect, and it's okay if your folds aren't perfect either. Next, we're still working on the bottom half here, and you're going to take the edges of your boat and fold them towards the midline. You're going to do this with both halves. And the camera missed a step here, but I just folded the lower corners of my big triangle upwards, and these are the legs of our frog. And now we're going to do something similar on the lower half, just folding the flaps outwards into long triangles, and these are the frog's other legs. Missed another step, but I just folded the frog in half, and in our final step we are going to fold the bottom half over the imaginary line going horizontally across the rectangle you're looking at. Now you can flip your frog over and decorate it any way you choose. That is all I have for you today. I hope you all are well, and I hope you all have a wonderful Passover.